that is hearing this. But I'll just tell you, there is going to be a distinction between what the truth is and what a lie is. But today, my little bit of a thought I'm going to have with you is what the prophet Isaiah, he made and we'll call it a prophecy because it was several hundred years before Jesus Christ came into existence. And the prophet Isaiah looked at it from this perspective. Who has believed our report? And to whom has the arm of the Lord been revealed? Back in that era of time, he was telling about a futuristic thing that's going to take place. It's coming in the future. And so Isaiah was prophesying about Jesus Christ and what he was going to do when he come and all the things he was going to, hardships and all the stuff that was going to be there. But he asked the question, who believes this? Who has believed our report? So I'm going to give you an illustration today. This report that the prophet Isaiah put out was in detail just exactly what Jesus had to suffer. You know, Jesus went out of his way to fulfill what the prophet said about him, what was going to take place in his life. He would make a point of it that it might be fulfilled, what saith the prophet. And he would do this, and he continued on in his life simply to fulfill, because he didn't want that prophet to be a deceitful prophet, a false prophet. So he would make a point to do that. And so Isaiah, in his prophecy that he gave, who has believed this report that we're getting ready to explain to you in detail here? You think about all the sinner people that there is in this world today. Even in our, I don't know what the number is of the population of the world, but the percentage of people that actually believes the report that Christian people is making. My prophecy is not a prophecy. It is just an explanation of what the word tells me to do, that Jesus Christ is coming back after the church. That's not a prophecy. That is a word of God that we got to back it up and confirm it. So who has believed that? So many people just wave that off and say, oh, that's just an idle tale. Or I've heard that since I was just a youngster, and use that illustration. But let me tell you, that is going to come to pass. Whether you believe it or not is not going to change that one iota. It is going to come to pass. If you don't believe that Jesus Christ is coming back, he gave so many indicators, so many things that was going to take place before he came back that second time. And so the prophet Isaiah was referring to the first time that Jesus came. When he came as that baby that we all acknowledge and celebrate the season that we come. And he was telling about how that was going to take place. But the biggest majority of his prophecy that he was telling about was what Jesus was going to have to endure simply because of who he was. And this is how that it spoke about this. And I said, when you look about what that prophet Isaiah was talking about, and this is what he said. And he said, when he came, this is what was going to be found in him. He said, he shall grow up before him as a tender plant and as a root out of dry ground. He hath no form nor godliness. And when ye shall see him, there is no beauty that we should desire him. And this is what he began to tell about Jesus and what was going to take place. And in the 53rd chapter, the book of Isaiah, and it began to speak like this. And in the third verse, and he said, and he is despised and rejected of men. Who believed that? That came to pass just exactly like what the prophet Isaiah was telling that was going to take place. Who has believed our report? He was despised and rejected of men. He was a man of sorrow. He was acquainted with grief. We hid our faces as it were from him, and he was despised, and we esteemed him not. Surely he hath borne our griefs, and he's carried our sorrows. Yet we did not esteem him, smitten of God and afflicted. But he was wounded for our transgressions. He was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and with his stripes every one of us that lined up here today to get something from the Lord, it was because of the stripes that they put on Jesus' back. Who believes that? Who believes that the stripes that Jesus bore on his back is how that we get our healing today? With his stripes, we are healed, and we're so thankful for that today. But who believes that? You know, there's people that has got problems and got issues and with their health and all the different things, but they don't believe the report that Jesus Christ made it available for them to be healed through just belief that they had, the faith that they had believing. Who believed that report? The prophet continued on, and I said, this is how did he take it? He said, when he was there, that we are all we like sheep have gone astray, and we have turned every one to his own way, and the Lord hath laid on him the iniquity. The Lord laid on himself the sin of every one of us, folks. And you can believe that or not, but I believe that he took my sin. He laid it to that cross that was there and nailed it there. And simply because of the drips of blood that left out of his body, through that blood, the sin that I had committed got took away. What can wash away my sins? That sacrifice of animals, the good deeds that I would do, there is nothing but the blood of Jesus that's ever going to wash away my sin. Who believes that, folks? How many people believe that in this day that we're living in? So many people don't seem like that they are. I can give you an illustration about men that should never have wavered one iota about the believing what the report was. And when we talk about Jesus and on his resurrection and how that the ladies went down early in the morning to the tomb that was there. They went down there early that morning, and when they got there, the stone was rolled back. There was two men that were sitting there on the stones or sitting there somewhere in that garden that was there. And this is what they said, why are you looking for the living among the dead? He's not here. He is risen. Well, now, them ladies took that same word, and Jesus had already told them, he said, the third day I'll rise again. He'd already told them that. They apparently didn't believe it. It didn't sit well with them. Who has believed our report? So these ladies took this back to the disciples and said, he's alive. So who out of that 11 that was there believed the report? There was not a one of them that believed the report. They said it fell on them like idle tales. We hear a lot of reports a lot of times about things. You know, you people that's in this new technology world that we live in, you sit there and flip on these things, and it's just constantly bombarded with this took place and that took place and this happened last night. So many things that is there. Do you take all of them as reality? There's so many fable things that is on there that it's incomprehensible to us. These ladies took that back to them disciples, and they did not believe it. They did not believe the report after they got it directly from them. And they said, we just can't grasp that. It's too unreal. Is that why that people can't believe that Jesus Christ is coming back? Because it just seems too unreal to them? You know, I said this story about how that the ladies came and told the disciples that he is not there, he rose again. But my point being that out of this, believing the report, and I'm going to give you an illustration about what it is that we believe the report or whether we don't believe the report. All right. When I tell you something that this word says, this word is the truth. When I reveal something that was written down here, I can come up with all sorts of stories. You don't have to believe them, but when I tell you what this says, you'd better believe the report. You had better believe the report, because Jesus Christ, this is who he said he was. Jesus said, I am the way, and I'm the truth, and I'm also the life. While I'm here, I might as well disclose all the things that I am. I'm the way, I'm the truth, and I'm the life. And I'll just tell you, I believe that report. But if you don't believe that report, there's another option that you got. You know what the devil is? Some of you people knows what the devil is, do you? He is a liar, and he is not only a liar, he's the father of it. He's the one that established that liar. So which report are you going to believe? You believe a man that, or a devil that confesses that he's a liar and he's a father of it, or are you going to believe Jesus Christ that says, I'm the way, I'm the truth, and I'm the life? I'll take Jesus. I'll take his report any day over what the devil could tell me that's getting ready to take place. Jesus is that truth that we're doing. So if I want to believe a report, I'm going to believe the report that Jesus Christ is. Jesus Christ is the only access that I'll ever have to get to God. And I'll just tell you what he done. He made an ultimate sacrifice that I could do that very thing. He gave his life that I could have that access back to God. And I'll just tell you, I've got an adversary that does his best to try to kill me, to steal this believe in Jesus Christ from me, and take my life from me. He came to kill, to steal, and to destroy. But Jesus Christ come, and this is what part that I want. Jesus said, I have come that you might have life. And I'll just tell you, I choose Jesus. I don't know about you, but who has believed our report? Folks, I'm encouraging you today to believe what this precious word right here tells us. Jesus Christ made this statement in numerous occasions about how it's going to be. When he comes back, the disciples finally, after they came to themselves, I know there's a whole lot more to that story that them ladies came back and told him, but Jesus finally just appeared to them in the room. But they began to grasp what he had told them. He said, I've already told you that I was going to die or going to be crucified. In 3 days I'd rose back up. And, they still didn't believe that. But they finally got to where they was believing what he was telling them is going to take place. Jesus was sitting down with them, no doubt, one evening, and they was asking, Lord, what's going to be the sign of your coming? That's what we're curious about. Are you curious about what's going to be the sign of the Lord coming back? I'm curious, and this is how he put it into a perspective. His first and foremost warning was, take heed that don't let the devil deceive you. Believe what I'm telling you right now. Don't let the devil deceive you. And he began to go on about a long list of things that's going to take place on the world when he's getting ready to come back. And if you can't see them happening today, then you need to take your blinders off, because I'll just tell you, there is things Jesus Christ quoted in that to them disciples is going to come to pass before the end of the world, and that's what he called it. He said this is what's going to take place. There's going to be wars, rumors of wars, famines, pestilence, earthquakes, just all sorts of devastating things is going to take place. And we see that. Folks, I don't know what the outcome of what's taking place in our nation right now. I'm sure that all of you is aware of it, but there's the possibility for an all-scale war to break out. We've experienced war in the United States a few times, and it's unfortunate, it's tragic. But I'll just tell you, we had better keep our hope and faith and trust in Jesus Christ, simply because we don't know what tomorrow holds. But I'm so thankful that I know who holds it. And I'm going to keep my trust in him because he is the truth. So today, my encouragement to you is if you are going to believe a report, and I said, don't get on your phone and start flipping down through it and seeing who's telling the truth. I'm going to tell you where to go to find the truth. Open up this Bible, flip through it, and find out what Jesus said was going to take place. And if you'll do that today, you can find out that you are the one that knows what the truth is. And you know what the truth will do? It'll set you free. And I'm so thankful for that today. So if you will, across the house, we're going to give you an opportunity right now to come and call upon that one that's trying his best to tell you the truth. The devil's a liar. And I'll just tell you, you'll find out, if you've been saved very long, that he's lied to you numerous times. No doubt the ones that is first got saved or early in their Christian walk that they've got, The devil, no doubt, has told you numerous times you're not saved. You're not where you need to be. You don't have the Lord in your life. But he's lying to you. If you came and called upon him, he was faithful and just to forgive you of the sins that you've done in your life. And you can start living your life for him today. So if you will, we're going to ask you to stand across the house and we'll give you an opportunity. Who is going to believe the report? The report is Jesus is coming.